Hi, I'm Derrick Kimball, and I'm running for the PC party in the upcoming provincial election for King South. Today I want to talk about Nova Scotia in the 21st century. There's a story they used to tell, a little fable, a little parable about how technology moved from its origins to its applications in different parts of the world. And in the context of Canada, they always said innovation, change, new ideas, they'll start up in California, and then it'll take them about 10 years to move across the states and end up in New York. And then, instead of moving up the East Coast to Nova Scotia and Atlantic Canada, no, it went over to British Columbia. And then it took another 10 years for it to end up here in Nova Scotia. Now, that was the slow pace of technological change, innovative change, new ideas, new ways of doing things, and we always seem to be way behind the times. Then there's this thing called the internet that came along. Now, you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to get on a plane, you don't have to hobnob with a bunch of people. You can find out what's going on around the world, and you can find out pretty soon after it starts. Nova Scotia has got to get into the 21st century. And we made some progress, but we're still a have-not province on the east coast of Canada with long-standing stagnation of our economy, stagnating growth. It doesn't have to be that way. And I want to help make the change so that we are revolutionizing what we do in this province, and we're going to embrace what the 21st century can offer us in all of its positive ways. So let's talk about infrastructure. Typically, you look at infrastructure as roads and bridges, and that's certainly the way it was in the last century. But now it's more than that. Now it's pretty important we have good roads in this province. We have to keep twinning our highways and have to maintain the quality of our roads for our residents and for all the traffic, commercial traffic that traverses the roads in our province. But we have to do so much more. We need high-speed, reliable internet throughout the province, including internet connectivity for our mobile devices. And that should be everywhere in the province, not just in the big centers. We need to look at distance education. We need to look at telemedicine. And we've had distance education for quite a while around the world, but we've been slow to embrace it as an effective learning tool, even in our universities. We've now had the opportunity, because of COVID, to learn about how not only is it effective, but sometimes it's necessary to use in our public school system. We need to do a lot more of that. Why? It provides an alternative way for folks to learn, and we can bring master educators in certain subjects into the homes and living rooms of our students. Telemedicine has a long way to go, but we've been able to demonstrate how effective that can be for lots of situations where, just because of waiting times, just because of mobility issues on the part of people getting out to see their family doctor, or even people at the old patients or emergency department, this can be a very effective way of dealing with situations in a timely fashion. Nothing will be a good substitute for a face-to-face assessment by a healthcare provider. But this can go a long way in reducing waiting times and making far more efficient what we're going to do with respect to providing healthcare to people. Let's talk about business. We need to develop an environment as part of our infrastructure that encourages an efficient tax system, particularly of business, both existing business, small businesses in this province, and also for the purpose of attracting larger companies, tech companies, clean companies to this province. We have to look at the opportunity we can provide as a safe haven from the rest of the world for large groups of people who come together in some of these big outfits and can provide, through the wonders of modern technology and the internet, the same services they could be providing in Toronto or New York or other places. We can do that if we have the infrastructure in place to welcome these folks. You know, anytime someone's going to come to visit your community for purposes of relocating, the first thing they do is look for the neighborhood where they may be buying a home. Then they're looking around for where's the nearest school for our children. Where are the playgrounds and the public facilities that we're going to be able to utilize and we're going to be able to enjoy as a family when we move to this new location. We've got to think the big picture as we want to attract more people to this province from other areas, people who they may be a little sick of New York and Toronto and what goes on in the big cities, and they want to come to a province like ours, which has so many terrific advantages. You know what they are. But to do that and to do that effectively, we need to make sure the environment is here, the business environment, the tax environment, the regulatory environment, and the infrastructure, the tools they need to get to work. And here's a final item. We need to keep our own children home, and we need to be able to provide them with the opportunities they need. So as we build a better Nova Scotia, as we build a better economy, we'll be able to keep our young people at home, and we'll be able to attract other people to come here. So this whole area of infrastructure support for Nova Scotia is one of my top priorities, and it's something I want to see us achieve in the very near future. Thank you for listening. Come election day, vote for me, vote for Derrick Kimball and the PC Party. We can address these issues with vigor and vision.